Hi everyone, welcome back to What's New in New Cities. This week's theme, Eco-Cities. Are they as green as they seem? We are your hosts, Alistair
and Josh. We would also like to give a quick shout out to our production members, Marcus and Lancelot. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. So what exactly are eco-cities? Eco, green, or sustainable cities have historically been a reaction to recurrent urban problems like pollution, overcrowding, or a lack of green spaces. They are positioned as a way to reconcile urban environments and nature, similar to the Garden City movement in the early 20th century. Nowadays, they are also seen as potential tools for fighting climate change or a way of diversifying to a more productive green economy. Because current urban problems are often painted as too big to tackle, many eco-cities are envisioned as new master plan cities built from scratch. That being said, there is still no standard definition of what an eco-city actually is in terms of which elements they include or encompass.
While urban planners and researchers in the sustainability field would argue that eco-cities require a revolution in building materials, public transport, and many other sectors, along with a focus on environmental justice, entrepreneurs and governments might see them more as economic tools or playground for testing brand new technology. Still, there are some features that are commonly found throughout most projects. First, new eco-cities are generally planned in countries with little environmental protection history and are often built on non-arable land like deserts or reclaimed land. Overall, they also tend to promote utopian ideals where innovation and technology play a big part of everyday life and are often branded for political purposes. Now that we understand what eco-cities are aiming to do, let's take a look at what they are actually achieving and the challenges they often face. A common problem with new eco-cities is they fail to live up to their utopian claims, often abandoning the majority of what would have made them sustainable. Let's take the case of Nanhui in China. When Nanhui was proposed by developers, it was labeled as an eco-city with idealistic renderings like you can see here. However, this never came to fruition because it was actually constructed like an unwalkable car city that quickly abandoned the eco-city label. This project also highlights a second major problem in eco-cities. They're often built unsustainably. This claim takes root in both physical and biological impacts on the surrounding ecosystems, as well as the violent expropriation practices that locals suffer to make way for a new city, just to mention a few. In the case of Nanhui, it is built on artificial land reclaimed from the sea, which is not uncommon for eco-cities. Unfortunately, the construction of such land is extremely detrimental for aquatic ecosystems and thus the livelihoods of local fishing communities.
A similar problem is also faced in Forest City, an ambitious new city project built by a Chinese company off the coast of Malaysia on artificial islands. However, this project is also notorious for highlighting a third major problem of eco-cities. They are generally exclusive compounds reserved for national or international elites. While the project in particular likes to brand itself as the newest green oasis and aims to become a model for future eco-cities, its emphasis on greening and state-of-the-art technologies are designed to hide among many things the social exclusion that it creates. Put simply, the high-end luxury apartments that are built throughout this project, but also in most eco-cities, are not made to be affordable to local people. Rather, they appeal to rich foreigners and national elites who benefit from the city's resources and supposedly sustainable lifestyle, while leaving crumbs and the burden to deal with climate change to the poorest majority of the population. Now, there are many other problems faced by new master plan eco-cities, but these are some of their most prominent issues. Overall, eco-cities have emerged as a response to combat the ongoing issues faced in urban contexts and climate change. However, there are notable flaws that often prevent them from being objectively sustainable. As we said earlier, there is no single definition of an eco-city. Current projects, which are mainly entrepreneurial and governmental, seem to refer more to eco as economic rather than ecological. As such, sustainability is used more as a marketing technique than as a real descriptive of their project.
For eco-cities to truly embody the claims they make, more experts in the varied disciplines of sustainability sciences, as well as more locals, should be included in the design process. Still, an important question remains. Can eco-cities built from scratch be sustainable? From what has been done so far, it seems unlikely, but it does not mean that a success story won't emerge in the future. That's all for this week's video. What are your thoughts on EcoCities? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in, and come back next week where we'll discuss theme park suburbs in China.